Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay. We're here.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take the shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues. And this week, this is just rapid fire coffee talk.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay's like, what's the title? I was like, I don't know. I look forward to hearing what comes out of your mouth. All right. Well, let's start like we do each week with your So Fired moment.
Okay. So I just had a couple weeks of family fun, adventures, so many adventures. And now I'm on like the down of the vacation blues. I'm like, nothing to look forward to until I don't know.
Give me
when.
a week. I'll be right there with you.
Yeah.
Just give me a week. Okay. Because I am already anticipating this, by the way.
Yeah, I wasn't really anticipating being like, usually I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, family's gone, back to normal.
I know.
Yeah. But this time I was like, man, we did so many fun things. I'm like, I should do more fun things.
You should hang out with his dad more often.
I should.
Is what you should be doing. Because Sugar Daddy takes care of everything and it's top notch and it's fun as shit.
Yeah, it is.
And why can't you invite your friends along?
Because I'm already the plus one.
You know what? Dad wouldn't mind if I made it more fun for the family.
Well, then you should also bring like another person. We have to have like evens, you know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so it's like
about this.
I came back on Monday and I was like, okay, vacation blues. But I think it freed up a lot of brain space.
Really?
And it caused a creativity streak in me.
Hello. Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Yeah. So the first thing, I have so many things to talk to you about the podcast and all these ideas. So we'll chat later. And second thing, I am finally doing like a 7-day sample of all my nutrition and workouts that I do because I was on Instagram. I was like, okay, do you guys just want me to like make something? Because everyone keeps on asking me like, what do you do for this? Why do you look like this? Da-da-da. So I was like,
people have been fucking asking you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. What? You mean
my patients ask me?
Oh,
my people online ask me?
Okay, I'm real fired up here. We haven't even made it past your So Fired, by the way. You mean to tell me you've been sitting here pretty and skinny and sore and you're like, my Instagram won't break 957. And I'm like, well, Lindsay knows how to do all the things, so I wonder what's not tracking. Oh, you mean to tell me people are actively stopping what they're doing for a brief moment in the day, thinking about you, and then reaching out to you and wondering why you won't give them the information? Why will you create for me, with me in mind? And you're like, like, what the fuck are you doing? If you're like, they're literally asking you what they telling you what they want.
They're telling me what they
They're
want.
literally telling you, I would like this, please. But doing the asking sense. So it's not as like, what the fuck, bitch, make this. Like, why haven't you made this before? Could you think? They're like lobbing you softballs.
I know. Well, this is the thing, because I don't want to make everything I do into a business. So I've been like very resistant.
Just do more fun with it.
Yeah. But then it turns into like work.
I get that.
So that's why I've just been like very resistant to doing it.
What if you just did it like for fun though?
And like I'm doing it for fun.
It's
a free thing. But then of course I'm gonna be like, well, then I'm gonna do like a 30-day and like.
Can you find a happy medium?
Yeah, I just
like
want to
rimming it. Don't they call that rimming?
I don't know.
Where it's like, where you have, what's it called? An erection without ejaculation. What's that called?
No, isn't that like
come right to the edge?
Edging it.
Edging.
Yeah.
Not rimming.
Yeah.
I brought that up on my date last night.
Job.
I said, I was trying to.
That's around the booty.
That's what he said. It's like eating ass.
Yeah.
That's literally what I talked about on my first date, by the way. I was like, edging. And he was like, I don't think.
No.
I don't think that's exactly
those terms right.
And now rimming.
No wonder your dates haven't been going well. You're
talking about rim jobs.
Yeah.
You would think that would be a good thing.
They would be like, wow, that's where we're starting. Okay.
I'd be like, yes, this is fun, and I am in. Anyway, can I at least tell you my So Fired for the
wait, can I finish my So Fired?
You sure can.
Okay, so I'm gonna finish doing my workout nutrition program for everyone because I'm feeling inspired. So that is So Fired.
That's amazing. Wow.
It's not customizable either. It's one size fits all. You get what you get.
Fine. You know, it's okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That is a great compromise.
Yeah.
You know, we're all giggles over here, but I think way to compromise.
Yeah. Like, I'm not customizing shit. You do you. That's kind of what I put in the disclaimer.
Fine. That's how you
Mhm.
feel.
Yeah.
Okay. I respect
I
that.
should also maybe put in the disclaimer, like, you might pick up on my eating disorder while reading this, but
You should acknowledge it.
Mhm.
You should acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Which is not my so fired,
Okay.
but I have fucking something to say about it.
What?
So let me just get to all the other
Okay.
things we do before. All
Okay.
right, I'll do it now.
Do.
Let me get my notes.
No,
out.
what was your so fired?
No, it's
Or
very
do you wanna-
apropos. Where'd my
Okay.
photo? Okay. I wrote it yesterday, and I think I feel like I should read it instead of saying it. Hey. Ready?
I'm ready. I can't look at you. I love it when you have to like read it.
Hey. I have something I need to say,
Okay.
and I think you need to hear it from me.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Are you okay?
I'm serious. I'm fucking around. Hey, I have something I need to say, and I think you need to hear from me. You're not going to take me seriously
No,
now.
I will not.
Let's circle back because it's something serious.
Okay. I think get it together. You're the one laughing. I'm waiting.
Are you going to take it seriously though?
Yeah.
No, we'll do it at the end.
Okay, fine.
My so fired is you can get people to stop talking to you on the trails if you are a trail runner.
Oh.
So all I have to do is run.
You start running now?
Start running. I too am chasing an eating disorder that is like within hands of grasp. What's this? Arm's reach?
Yeah.
I'm so close to being like completely obsessed about all health and wellness. I'm so close to you.
Oh. I don't wish that upon you.
I do. I have for a really long time, and I'm getting so close. Oh my god, it's amazing. But that's not what I wanted to tell you. So that's my so fired. Anyway, yes, I felt a surge of endorphins. I have dialed in the right drug situation.
Oh, that's key.
I forgot the name of the brand, but I want to give a shout out to them. I'll plug it somewhere.
Go you. Thank you, brand.
Thank you. We're gonna come back in.
Thanks for that affiliate code. I hope everyone can use it.
I'm serious. They deserve a proper shout out. Here's why.
Is it not the Bliss brand?
No, it's not 1906.
Oh.
It's not. And here's what I have to say. Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Chelsea decided to finally cross over and use her phone for notes because when she writes down notes on pen and paper, she can't read them and they're nonsense.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Whatever this brand is, I'd like to say thank you. I came across it and I've been tweaking my program for like what's appropriate when hiking or hiking alone or all the things because I think the other medium wasn't quite right. Didn't even think that I could like tweak it,
Right.
that it was customizable. Okay, but this brand, said brand, is an excellent full body experience. I think you should check it. It's 4 out of 5 in terms of distractibility.
Okay.
Like,
la-di-da.
yeah, you're out of your head.
Uh-huh.
I give it a 4 out of 5 in terms of positivity.
Okay.
You are like,
Oh.
like, I don't, what's this?
Bopping?
You're like cruising
Yeah,
right
strutting
along.
your step.
Okay. 4.8 in deep breathing.
Oh.
Like this.
As in it makes you breathe?
Deeply.
Oh.
I was breathing not only out of my front chest right here, but like in my back, from my back.
Oh. What about, did your belly get involved
No,
too?
not yet.
Oh.
That will be the final frontier.
Yeah.
But like
You're
breathing from
that's
here,
a
like the
good sign.
gills.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a fish breathing out of my back. So I think it's a really good brand. I think I'm pretty pumped. And you got a surge of creativity as a result.
Oh.
So I give them
5 out of 5 for creativity?
6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
It's a good brand.
6 out of 10 only.
I mean, 6 out of 5.
Okay.
I was like, when are we on 10
I
scale?
know. I was like,
What?
what?
No, 6 out of 5.
Okay. Well, whenever we find out the name of the brand,
It's really in
we'll let you
it's
know.
in my bathroom.
Oh.
The thing is, they melt really easily. So
Chocolate?
no, it's like a gelatin gummy. So don't leave them in your car, otherwise they will melt into one big slimy goo thing.
And then
like,
it's just a guessing game of how much you're taking.
that's what I said yesterday. I was like, oh,
You're like, oh, it's usually like this many nibbles.
it was all like one thing.
Oh no.
Dangerous. I can't get it.
That is a dangerous, dangerous game.
Half hour before, an hour before.
I don't know, because like it all melted. Like, did everything get dispersed evenly, or did it all like slide down to one end of the slab? You know, like you never know. Hey besties, do you want to get high naturally? HigherDose is a one-of-a-kind at-home spa experience at the intersection of wellness, health, and beauty. The infrared sauna blanket detoxifies the body and mind with a healthy sweat that boosts your mood. You don't even have to move a muscle, and you can get a full body workout. And it expedites your recovery, makes your skin nice and glowy, and calms down your nervous system. So, with the infrared sauna blanket from HigherDose, it increases your metabolic rate, increases circulation, lowers inflammation, so it makes you a little bit less puffy, strengthens the immune system, quickens your muscle recovery, and it naturally increases your brain's happy chemicals. And happy people don't kill people, as Elle Woods would say. And plus, it's super sleek and portable. Get your HigherDose sauna blanket using our link in our show notes. Anyways, do you have any issues?
Oh, I do. I don't like it when people, oh, here's an issue, and I'll just leave it at one. So everybody knows I've been hiking, practicing, packing my bag 1 to 2 times a week with a long sleeve shirt on, sometimes a sweatshirt. I like to look like the Unabomber. We know this. So I'm cruising right along, and I will inevitably always come across 2 men, in which the one man was like, wow, that's really hard. Like, you're really in shape. He's like, I'm in really great shape, and you're doing better than me.
Wow.
I was like, you're my standard. What? Like, when did you become the universally accepted benchmark for like, and why would I take you at like just your word?
Right?
Go fuck off.
You're like, I don't know you.
Oh, so you're so much better than, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? That irked the shit out of me.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, well, compared to me, you're like really good. Like, dude,
And it
I
felt
don't
like a
even know
male
you.
female thing, right? You would never
For a
talk.
female, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because he would never have said that to another dude. Fuck you, dude.
No.
I encountered some other shitty things on the trail. It wasn't shitty, that's very dramatic. But like one other like human interaction that I could have done without. I have to tell you.
Okay.
I'm walking up that Boulder Canyon. I forgot my sticks.
Oh man.
Like the bear spray. It
Oh,
was
man.
it was the dumb like bonehead move, like, oh, I'm not really going for a hike. I'm only going for like a mini hike. So like a dummy, there are things I should always be remembering to bring. Anyway, so I get to these big high boulders and I'm like, now would be a good time to use those sticks, huh? And I'm like, would I be using these sticks if I had them right now? I'd be like, yeah, because I wanted to keep going. Anyway, these 2 Karens coming down this rocky gravel. It's really narrow, right? Trees and gravel, blah, 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 and then the mountain again. And I was like, how long is this scramble to the? She's like 2 hours, but
2 hours.
Yeah, I know. It's like a 5.5 hour. No wonders I can't keep fit. I don't finish it.
Yeah,
I don't start till noon. Anyway, so she's like, I would highly advise you turning around. Oh. She's like, it's really hot up there. You should turn around. And the other one's like, yeah, like I'm not great with these rocks and it's just really dangerous. You should, you might just feel better turning around. Okay, it goes on and on like this. You know what? You're going to run out of water. Why don't you just come back with us? Oh. Okay. Then it was like, no, I'm actually pretty fine. I would, if I just had my trekking poles, she's like, well, you can borrow one and just leave it at the trailhead. And I was like, oh, thanks. It's really nice, but it's okay. This is what got me. I'm like, no, actually, I've been training for the 4-pass loop with weight, and I'm kind of okay. So finally, the lady's like, why don't you leave and come back with a friend? Oh. What? What? So now they're talking, they're coming down the rocks. This has been a very long conversation with
Yeah,
these two
sounds
old
like
women
it.
were like determined not to see me move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what version you would think of me was going to come out,
Yeah.
but I got very quiet.
Mm.
I let them keep talking.
Oh.
And then at which case I like started to like turn my body to kind of let them pass. This
Yeah.
is all happening very subconsciously.
Right.
I drop my head and they just keep talking. And they're like, okay, finally. Cause I'm like, maybe they'll run out. Notice that
Yeah.
they're only talking to themselves.
Right.
So then they start walking and they're like, oh, do you want to go down first? I was like, actually, I'm going to go up. They're like, are you seriously? And I was like, yeah, I just thought I'd try. I can always turn back if I want to. It was like, it's no big deal. She's like, but you're going to run out of water and it's really hot up there. I was like, yeah, I heard you. I'm going to go though. Okay. And I did. And I was fine. And the rocks weren't as bad as this woman was making it out to be. But,
Mm-hmm.
she did say, I'm not great with rocks. And I'm like, me neither. They're not ideal.
Right.
They're inconsistent. You're never sure of your footing.
Mm-hmm.
But if
See,
you have the tools.
This is why I don't trust those ladies on all trails
Oh, fair enough.
leaving their descriptions of like, oh my God, like fatal. If you slip, you're going to die. And like, it was treacherous. I'm like, you're inexperienced and you don't have the right equipment. Of course it's going to suck. Like,
No, you know
I
what?
just,
I do take it at face value and I don't even think.
I do not take it at face value at all. I'm like, mm-mm.
Whose opinion does
If-
matter.
You know what? On all trails, they should really have a rating system next to the person to see if they're like an intermediate hiker,
Yeah.
advanced hiker, like beginner.
Yep.
And like how many hikes they've actually done. Because then I can like scale it on a better level.
That's a great
Mhm.
idea. Because
Yeah.
just to take it some bots flat review.
Yeah.
It could have just been like a
'Cause,
Yelp
like,
review.
I'll look on all trails and it's like, oh my God, snowy, need spikes, need poles.
Mhm.
And then from the same day, they'll be like, it wasn't snowy at all. Like,
Okay, I just want you to, I don't know if you guys have caught this, but this is true love. This is the absolute most true love you've ever witnessed between two people. Lindsay fucking hates the outdoors. She hates hiking. She hates nature. She doesn't even really like the beach. She doesn't like the water.
nope.
She she likes the sun.
Yep.
And that's it. Like she's not down with like taking a walk, or maybe if Layla's involved, but
Yeah.
that's like a stroll.
Mhm.
She's on all trails reading and researching like hikes for me because she wouldn't normally need all trails because that doesn't apply to her life. So if you
Mhm.
know she can't put the pack, like it's not comfortable, like she fucking hates it and hates everything about it. But my bestie is on all trails looking for the right, like an alternative for me.
Yeah.
Reading the reviews.
Yeah. And
like,
I'm looking and
my girl.
like, oh my God, these people are just stupid. I'm like, this person's never hiked a day in their life. I can just tell by what they're typing right now.
Do they have a bio?
I don't think so, but I
Oh,
haven't
that's
looked
fine.
that deep into it. But you know what? I did have to use all trails this last weekend because we were four-wheeling and we were in Buena Vista. We kept on getting lost because this map was very confusing and the mile markers were very hard to find. So good old all trails just tracks you on the map. And
Yeah.
then we ended up not getting lost.
You're lucky you had Wi-Fi.
Oh, I know. I mean, I did miss a couple turns because I was going so fast that I missed the turn.
So you almost need like
Yeah. And like
the phone.
Austin was supposed to be navigating me and I was going like 60 miles per hour down this dirt road and he's like, woo, we're like, and I'm like fucking around. And then we missed the mile marker and we almost made it to like the highway. We're like, ooh, we went too far. Pull out that all trails map again.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's what it's like hiking.
Yeah.
You're like, whoops.
I know. It's so easy.
It's so easy to keep going when it's fun.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to look down.
Yeah. You know what? I actually did 2 outdoorsy things.
What were they?
Well, I went four-wheeling on Sunday,
Yeah.
which is amazing. I love
bet.
four-wheeling. And on Saturday, I went fly fishing all day. And of course, I was basking in the sun because that was the whole.
She likes the sun.
I like to
told you
bask
that's
in the
one of the
sun.
sanctioned items
Mhm.
of the summer.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually caught 2.5 fish.
Wow.
And the first fish I caught, you're supposed to like hold it and like show off your fish.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it. Like
I wouldn't either.
I was like, like no.
Way to girl it out.
Yeah. And the second time, I like managed to like kind of get it in my hand, and the whole time I'm just like, oh God, this is so disgusting. But I put on a smile just to get a photo.
Oh, I know. I saw it. So did everybody.
Yeah,
So did all 957 of your followers who want more content from
I
you.
know.
Please.
Please tell us why you are how you are the way you are.
They love you so much.
So yeah, I was outdoor Barbie this weekend.
You look good.
Thanks.
You look
I understand the sun shirt now.
Yeah.
And the hat
Thanks.
really made a big difference in my day.
Look at Lindsay coming around.
I know.
Even the camping things have been clutch.
Well, somehow with that hat,
Yeah.
like the camping hat, you don't sweat in it.
No.
Like a baseball hat, I'd be sweating my ass off.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't you like to feel the breeze come through a little bit and it like gets up under your head a little?
Yeah.
It's really lovely.
Oh, I had to keep that thing tight on my chin
I
because
told
the
you.
breeze was really kicking up.
I told you, right? I'm like, you always have to keep this because it's just like a paper sack kind of.
Yeah. And then
it easily blow away.
There's this one part on the river. We were in like 3 different boats and we were a little bit behind the boat ahead of us. And all of a sudden, this like vortex of wind spins a boat around. Hats go flying.
Yeah.
Things are like getting strewn about, but only on this one boat.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's like a microburst.
Yeah.
That's what Doug calls it because we had one on our patio and everything like a cyclone, like the boxes picked up and like all the plants and stuff were starting to whirl around. I'm like, Doug, hurry. I felt like, what's it called?
Twister
/ Dorothy.
Oh, yeah. Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh, you know what else I was going to tell you?
Right.
You know how we were so enthralled with the Titan submersible? And that was me.
Let's get real here.
The rest of the world.
Okay, I'm into it.
Okay, and then it kind of faded away.
Yeah, I told you it would. It was a moment.
But we have a new story now.
What is it?
The serial killer and the Gilgo 4 murders.
Tell me.
Okay, so
not as exciting as
this is literally like a book that I just read like the day before this news came out.
Oh shit.
So it's this architect businessman. Goes into the city, does his thing. People think he's maybe a little bit weird, but he's like so normal. Lives in a normal house, has a wife and kids. When his wife and kids are gone, he goes and kills ladies. He goes to hook up with them and then he kills them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Talk about a Tinder swindler.
I know.
Be
careful on Tinder. So now they like
well, it's funny you should mention that. Can I get to that part of my story? That was a perfect assist. Be careful on your Tinder dates. Well, I'm still standing.
You are still standing. You're here today.
So a young lad, 32. Hey, I'm not here for pen pals. I'm not here for ghosting. Like, you seem cool. Let's do this. Okay. What do you want to do? Nothing's going to be open after 9:30, whatever. And I was like, well, we could walk into. We ended up deciding on walking the old neighborhood of the Denver Country Club area.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Now that is some good sightseeing.
Right?
Yeah.
I picked it.
Oh,
I picked it.
Good call. She had a great idea.
That's what that noise is. I was like, okay. So yesterday during the hike, I was like, that's a snap. Had this idea, write the episode, and then like first write the episode of the chapter, and then configure this outcome to plug into the chapter that I'm hoping for.
Okay.
So manipulate the entire experience.
Yeah.
So I had this thing. I was like, I'm going to come in. Hey, you know what? The likelihood of us ever being together forever is 0.00. Yeah. So why don't we try something different? Let's skip small talk altogether.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. How about don't text me in the morning. Don't like my shit. Like, don't send me a hey in the middle of the day. We schedule one thing a week in which it's like super fun.
Yeah.
Whether that's like hand holding or like going for a walk at night or just like all the things, like, or like making out in the alley or like, you know what I mean? Like fun shit that one day. And then that's it. And then talk about rimming. I mean, edging. You keep doing this and you keep doing it until you catch feels and then you break it off.
Oh, that would be hard.
But think about it.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. This is not going to last.
How long do you think it would take to catch feelings? I feel like it can happen kind of quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It's been 45 minutes. This date is now over and I'll never talk to you ever again.
Okay. I think you get to let probably no longer than like 2 months.
Oh, even that seems like a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Boulder, that was like the perfect amount.
Yeah.
It's just a 6-week like experiment.
So what happened last night?
We did that. And so I suggested the same thing. I was about to suggest the same thing. I was going to be like, hey, do you want to do my vape pen? No, I'm sorry, I don't drink. And I was like, well, I don't vape either. I actually don't use anything. Oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, I haven't for 9 years. He's like, and I'm pretty serious about working out. He's like, I kind of do 2 days. And I could feel him like doing the apology thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm addicted to working out too. And he was like, you are? And I'm like, you don't have to apologize for doing 2 days. I know.
You're like, I would get to 3 if I could.
I was thinking about it today on my fucking hike that I was going to get to 3. I was going to do yoga in the morning. I'll do like a hike or a run, and then I'll do weights. I was like, it's easy. 4 is when it's like, we need to talk to you. You're like, anyway, so I'm telling the guy, and then we're saying like the same thing, and he's like super dialed in. He's like, and I've kind of been doing the work, and like, I'm like super dialed in on my boundaries. And he's like, ladies just haven't really been like making a priority because like we say these exact same things. And he's like, and then they catch feels, and it's like, but I literally told you what I'm here for. Like, why are you fucking this up right now?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's describing, and I'm like, yeah, well, this bitch is like taking my story. Like, this is like, he's the one.
Like, no, I was gonna say that.
So of course he lets it be known. I was like, I told him the game, and he was like, interesting. Like he was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And then, so not experiencing any patterns or behaviors or triggers or reminders, I think are important.
Yeah.
And then certainly, but he's like, well, here's a curveball. I'm very well endowed and I'm pretty good at it.
So you're saying I'm going to be addicted to your dick?
You want me addicted?
Yeah.
I was like, well, that does pose a problem because here's the thing. Let's say with good D, you want to have it more than that one time that you've up to this point sanctioned and said, this is the right amount to allow yourself to have your entire life, but allow yourself like 4 hours one time a week.
Yeah.
So now it's good, like good dick. And you're like, I would like more. So now you're seeing each other twice a week. And then I was like, so I said to him, good dick will ruin the relationship.
Oh.
The relationship that we're describing currently.
Yeah.
If those are the terms everyone's agreed towards.
What if you could still agree to just like once a week?
Well, then the only thing you're doing is having sex.
Yeah.
And then that feels transactional.
Right.
Because then it's like, how come we can't even maybe just once like go out for dinner or maybe just grab ice cream or something?
Oh.
Because you have to have a combination of both. Because in the woman's brain, eventually she starts to feel cheap.
Right.
And like I said, transactional.
So you're never going to hook up with him?
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe you should like one time when you're over it.
I was like, I'm already over it. So I'm thinking maybe this might be not a bad idea. He's super bro-y.
Nice.
Super bro-y. I was like, oh.
Sounds like I'd get along with him.
Yeah. He's 32.
Yeah.
He's tall.
We're the same age.
And I was like, he's not that young. He's Lindsay's age. He might walk funny. I don't know.
Well, he's probably is he kind of walking with like arms out a little bit? Oh, or like feet are slapping? Huh.
I know. And I was like,
maybe his hip flexors are so tight from working out too much. He can't properly use his hips when he walks. Based on my doctor assessment, I've never seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what's great about last night's thing. He was in the dark.
Oh.
He didn't necessarily see my face and it's full-fledged.
Oh.
And I didn't really see his.
Yeah.
We parked at that restaurant. Anyway, in the parking lot and then met and walked over. That was kind of it. It was, at one point it was raining and he like pulled me into one of those porticos.
Oh. Yeah.
He didn't pull me in. We stepped in.
Yeah.
And I stepped on the other side. And
that's a different story.
Yeah, no, he didn't pull me in. But it would look like he would pull me
in.
And then, I don't know. I was like, I think it stopped raining. Let's go. I'm not feeling comfortable being this close to you.
There's like one other thing I just want to talk about really quick.
I want to hear it.
The exercise-induced arousal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I too want to talk about this.
Coregasms. There's this article and it's like, oh, you can actually have an orgasm while you're working out.
Yeah.
Like doing core work.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, literally anything, it seems like.
Because you're stimulating that area. And that's what men often try to do but can't.
I remember in high school, my friend was like, yeah, don't you like get an orgasm when you're doing this workout? I was like, no. I'm like, am I doing it wrong?
All right. I'm really glad you said this.
Yeah.
This is quite possibly the most embarrassing thing I've ever said
Mhm.
in my life.
Doubt it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you are working so hard
Yeah.
while hiking, some can have a lot of blood flow there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're working out really
And
hard.
you're really like feeling nature. You're kind of like, I'm into nature.
Nature is amazing.
I was like, how you doing, nature? You kind of feel like that. And then I think that becomes addictive.
Oh. Mhm.
And I'm just like, is it because I'm like, now I'm like, am I going up there because I'm aroused? What the fuck's happening?
It's just a bunch of like feel good
There's so many
hormones
feels and
happening. Blood
you're
is
just like,
flowing.
Okay. But then I was like, or maybe is it just because I'm high?
It could be both. I would say like working out does not turn me on. I'm like, ew.
What about afterwards?
No, I'm like disgusting and gross.
Okay, after you shower. After you worked out.
No,
Not your jam, huh?
not my jam.
Well, remember in White Lotus, he'd come out for a run,
Yeah.
wanted to hit it, and then
Mhm.
hop in the shower.
Yeah.
It kind of just finishes everything off.
Yeah.
It's like a real.
There you go.
Like,
no, I'm like tired.
okay, that's fine. You can be tired.
Yeah.
But I just found myself like wondering, like, am I a freak? But it makes sense. And I'm breathing heavier now than I ever had, like deeper.
Yeah. See what blood flow and breathing does to your body? Great things.
Right. It's like you never knew. All right.
You never know. That's really all I got.
I swear there's more. I have so much more, but I think I lost my notes. It probably went to archive already. That's it. I guess it can wait till next time.
Yeah. Next time I speak to you, you'll be done with your hiking adventure.
I will be. Wait. Oh, I knew we were going to finish saying. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
There's something you need to hear, and you need to hear it from me. Now, please listen.
Okay.
Hey, Lindsay. I have something I need to tell you.
Okay.
I think you need to hear this from me.
Okay.
You look really, really good right now.
Thanks.
Like in this moment of time, you look good. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Like you hear me, like the person you trust, you're like, okay, I trust your style and I trust your visual image. And like if you were on Instagram, I'd be like, wow, she looks good. She looks snatched. That's where you are right now.
Okay.
So you can look back and say at one moment in time, you're officially like your perfect weight, slightly under skinny, like a lot under skinny, but like in the best possible way.
Okay.
So I want you to know that you can write in Dear Journal.
Dear Journal.
Today, I can take comfort knowing that I looked perfect. I'm serious.
Thanks.
You need to hear this from me because you respect me.
Yeah.
You like my look. You like all my things. You like my perspective. I am telling you as a third person. Good for you.
Thanks.
You've worked really hard to get here.
Thanks.
You know,
I'm trying to keep it that way.
Well, stop eating so much. Get back in the gym, fat ass.
If that's not true bestie advice, I don't know what is.
Be happy.
All right, friends. We will be back next week. And make sure you share this episode with your bestie. Follow us on Instagram at SoFiredPod. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.